Oak toads, there we go. I always like catch them and they're so cute, and like I had two in my hand at one time, and then it was like they were just like playing on my hand, and then one peed on my hand, so I was like, yep, that's it.
The cute little leafhoppers are so adorable, and they're very friendly compared to the ticks and mosquitoes and gnats. So we were looking for Myrtifolia, and I was standing in front of the scrub jay's nest, I guess, in the tree, and she flew right behind me at my head and scared the bejesus out of me. It was awful.
And all I could hear was, oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Wasn't exposed to any of this stuff before I got here, so it was kind of new, especially having birds so close and friendly all the time. Too friendly.
We both grew up in Lake Placid. We both attend Lake Placid High School, just a little high school full of about 800 some kids.
Say if you had to go in there, what would you be looking out for?
Cactus.
Cacti.
Cactus gets me every single day when we're out in the field. I always tell people, alrighty, this is a great day for stepping in cactus.
We've both been here most of our lives.
Yeah.
So we're pretty used to the surrounding area, just new to the scrub. I'm always looking at the ground just for cacti and smilax.
Oh, smilax is the worst. I got in a vine one time and like it got in my jeans, so I pulled it out. I was like, oh, okay, that's great. And I kept walking. There's still thorns in my pants.
Yeah, they're evil.
But it's really good. It's
You see it? A little raccoon just walked by.
Aww.
oh my gosh, 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 it's flowering! Yay!
I was more excited about the raccoon.
It's so pretty! One of my plants flowered. Oh my word, this was not my hypothesis. This is one of my habitats that are a part of my project. It's Camecrista fasciculata. So the height is 80.4 centimeters.
Okay.
And this is going to take a while to count the stems. Right now I'm going to be taking my final measurements of my project. One of my questions, which habitat had the most growth over time. I picked this roadside because I've read that Camecrista is erosion control plant and it's used to disturbance. 106.2. I'm probably going to miss being outside every day because I don't really do that much like during the school year. Like I'm always outside for like sports and all that, but that's like, you know, with the field with like no trees and just like lights everywhere. But this, it's just like natural habitat and it's like different smells. So I'm going to miss that a lot.
I thought that the shape of the flower was really unique. It's kind of like a little pine cone. It's really pretty bright yellow too. After I saw it for the first time, I decided I really wanted to work on it. And the flower height is 17.9. No, 18.4, sorry. That was way off. I am studying Caligula regelii, which grows in the wet flatwoods area mostly. Not in the water, but very close to it. So my hypothesis was that Caligula regelii would grow better in areas where it had less canopy and was exposed to more sunlight.
We get supplemental funding every summer to support 2 local high school students. These are students within the community that they have to apply just like any job. They have to do a resume, they come in for a formal interview. We also go out in the field for a field interview. So our goal for the program is mostly to expose students to science and also the natural world around them. You know, it'd be wonderful if they all became future ecologists, but the reality is that a lot of students just don't even get this type of exposure walking around in nature, and that kind of experience can be applied through all sorts of disciplines, thinking critically, reading, learning how to question, and also how to ask good questions. But there's definitely some mentoring because their exposure to science at this point has been high school biology, science fairs back in middle school. So trying to get them to remember that process that they had to do in middle school.
So this is Hypericum cubilicula. These guys right here. So we've been studying this plant for about 25 years now. And what we're interested in is kind of where it occurs on the landscape and how its population changes over the years. The measurements that we take on these guys are height, so that's 31.6, and the number of reproductive stems, and that's just 3. If it's reproductive, if it's vegetative, which is unlikely, we have these little red things are fruits, and so we'll count those. So like this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because these little green things are buds, and then we of course also count flowers.
Being out here in Archbold has been really fun, but we have a long list of things that we had to get used to and stuff we've like gotten used to like the first week, and also like some that has been like kind of like you have to build it up as you go. So one of the things I had to get used to was walking into the scrub. I haven't ever been out in the Florida scrub really. I've only been on trails. So being out with like scientists and stuff, seeing what they've been doing all this time, it's like, wow, I actually like appreciate the Florida scrub a lot more.
Like you ask a question, you want to know the answer to it, and you think you know the answer, but when you really test it, it's not how you thought it would be. And there's so many different answers and possibilities as to why that happened, why this plant grew over here, and 5 meters away this plant didn't grow at all.
I've never like met so many people that cared so much about bugs.
I don't know, I look at bugs a different way now. I never really have wanted to get that close to them or touch them at all, but I'm not afraid of them anymore.
Oh, hello. What? Dude. Amazing. Yay! Good job.
Yeah.
I just found a little baby hypericum. In the beginning I was thinking, oh, scientists are big know-it-alls, but sorry scientists, but like you guys work really hard in order to save this types of habitats, because before you know it, like so many like more people are gonna come and more houses are gonna go up, and it's like people don't care about this type of stuff. Like I appreciate nature a lot more than I did before. You know.
What did you just see?
We saw an otter.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I love coming out here every day and getting to work with these wonderful, smart people. They've kind of inspired me to want to inspire other people too. When we first got here, it was a little scary walking through, wondering what might be lying beneath the bushes and palmettos, bugs and cacti, but now it's just like, I don't even second guess it anymore. It's just like a daily thing. It's my job. They've all been super welcoming,
Yeah.
and haven't treated us any different than they would any other intern or RA.
Eric and Steph have been awesome mentors. They put up with our questions that we have, even if we like have to ask them like 3 times, like, how do you do this again? Everywhere's a big classroom. A classroom doesn't have to be like in a room with desks and chairs. You learn pretty much wherever you go on a daily basis. People may think, oh, I'm done with school, but really you're still going to learn for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I'm feeling really accomplished and happy that I got my results and I'm able to present them today.
Should I say I measured the height and took a stem count of the plant?
There's a significant change in height between June and July for plants in both habitats.
It's also not sold in commercial seed form, so to see it, you have to go out in the field into the wet flatwoods. And it's only been found in tropical regions of the world.
The height in each habitat varied. And I calculated the growth rate by subtracting the June height from the July height of the plants. Any questions? Stretch.
My foot is like actually like knocked out.